Alright, chicken. So, doing a little video here for you to show you the finer points. I know you probably don't know me, but you know Turtle. I'm one of the leaders of one of his task forces, so this is Dom from Angry Dragons. And I'm going to show you the finer points of this corner base walk. So basically, there's a couple of things that you need to look at when you're looking at these corner bases. First thing is check for mines in this area right here, and any building that is stuck in this corner right here is bad and it has to be removed. If you'll notice, the beach goes like this and then it indents like this and then goes like this. If you flare anywhere along this area right here, not on a building, what it causes your girls to do is when you walk them this way off the beach, they'll walk in a group like this in a couple of lines, and then when they hit this corner and they have to wrap around this corner, it forces them to walk in a straight line, and the flare is long enough that they'll walk all the way on this line. So there's no chance for hidden mines, basically, because you can see everything on this side for the most part, and so it makes mine clearing super easy. And usually what I like to do is barrage. This HQ is not as far back as you normally see them. Normally the HQ is like right here in this area, but what you so like in this one, I'll probably barrage this building out and stand right here and shoot back west away this way. All I gotta do is like one shock, a couple of critters, and it's done. But basically, so that's it. So that's kind of the goal that we're looking at. Do a little mine clearing up here, little mine clearing back here. Usually, normally the walk's fairly straightforward because there's no hidden mines and they walk in a very nice straight line. So let's go ahead and get back to the video here and we'll see what it looks like. So here we go with the barrage, making myself enough room to stand for the ladies. And if there's any mine clearing that needs to be done, I'd do that right now. Standard flare down as low as you can on the beach and then drop the boats. We're fortunate here. We don't have any of the RLs or shock launchers or any of this other garbage in range. So get the boats offloaded. There's one thing that I noticed, and I don't know if you do this or not, and I'm going to show this video to some of my guys too, but when you're dropping your boats, a lot of guys will tap the beach or whatever, and then they'll tap the beach again over here, and then they'll tap the beach over here, and tap the beach over here. And what this does is until they get off the boat, they're looking for this path to go this way. And so they're looking for this path to go this way, but they actually walk more like this. And you end up with 1, 2, 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines of girls if you're tapping out here on the beach as you go. So what you want to do is tap your boat. So on this first one, tap the beach as low as you can. On the second one, tap the beach just a little bit inside of, and then after that, you want to tap right here on this boat, then tap this boat right here, tap the boat right here, and that's how you're ending up with these flags. The boats are going to land as close as they possibly can together. The pathing is going to be the same because your flag heights are the same, and you end up with usually no more than 3 lines of girls right here. And then instead of, you'll see if you start tapping the beach out here, and so if your flag landing up here, you'll notice that sometimes there'll be 5 or 6 lines of girls. Even though they look like they're bunched up tight, they're walking a slightly different path. And so this is kind of one of the pro tips that the smoke guys pass on to us, that on how to land your girls and have them stay in that nice tight group. So we'll continue on with the video here. I usually let them walk up a little bit, then I go ahead and throw my long flare. Now I got my long flare that's farther to the right than what they are. And then all you got to do is make your smokes. I kind of told this to my guys in another video, and I'm going to say this right here. Let me pause it right here for just a sec. When you're doing your smokes, you have to be careful when you're smoking the edge that these gaps right here aren't where the girls are going to walk. But in the same breath, when you do the last smoke, they're going to walk to, you know, here in the flare, and they're going to try to stand in this area. But if you throw a smoke like this that's halfway off the beach, you've got 50% wasted smoke. So what you have to do is throw your last smoke so that it's the majority in the area, and then that way you're not wasting any smoke out here, and you've got 100% smoke. And that's how you get your girls after this update to stand in one smoke. You, one, try to put them in a place where there's enough room for them to stand, and then two, you know, center your smoke on where you think that they're going to stand. Don't center your smoke, in this case, against the edge where 50% of it is wasted on some place that none of your troops can actually stand. Continuing on with the video. So here I probably got a little gap. I'm cutting it a little close, but we'll probably survive. And then reflare, resmoke. Lost the delay, but that's alright. I'm going to lose it anyways with the critters. This is probably an easier base to do this on, but, you know, probably doesn't have any ice. Probably, I don't even look at statues when I do Zookas, especially if I'm boosted. And let him go. Wango Tango, that's done. Easy peasy. Like I said, I don't even look at statues. This guy's got, it looks like one blue, probably maybe another one hiding in the back here somewhere. Like I said, when I run all Zookas, I don't care what statues you have or how much you're boosted. Your base is going down, especially if I got boosted Zookas, which I'm not running here. This is just standard GBE. And, you know, but that's basically what you're looking for, is you want to flare, you know, because the beach goes like this, and then like this, and like this. If you can flare anywhere, back here, right up against this wall, it only gives them one path option to go through here. But again, it's a key thing, and I just learned this the hard way the other day. If there's a building right here, the girls will split up and walk around the buildings this way. So if there's any building right here, you have to remove this building, which it's usually some crappy building like a, you know, an iron mine or a storage or something that's, you know, it takes one or two barch to remove. It's a little bit extra GB, but it's worth it to not have to mine clear both of these lines or all three of these paths that they can take right here. So let me know if that's helpful, and if you learned anything. If you didn't, you know, but this is basically the most basic corner base that you could probably hit. I did another video on one of my other accounts, or I did another hit on one of my other accounts that I failed. The guy was boosted ice, and I kind of did the same thing, and I'll show you that hit real quick. I just lost all my girls, but you got to take the good with the bad. And again, I didn't look at his statues. Guy's got 1, 2, 3, 4 boosted ice, and he's got a bunch of freaking mines to clear. So I had to waste a bunch of GBE clearing mines. And I don't worry about the boon mines, and I kind of missed this one little mine right here. So I was kind of trying to decide what to do, and I decided to go for the flamethrower. So again, this guy's boosted ice. He's not the shield base, which is probably the next thing harder than boosted ice. But if you're running all boosted Zookas, none of that matters. Again, flaring as low as you can on the beach, dropping them in, getting them down to the corner. Again, this guy's nice, and he gives us a nice clear landing. And then kick that flare over there past that, you know, in that little ditch. It's probably what we should call it, is the ditch. And man, that rocket popped off fast, but that's alright. So now I went, oh shit, I'll probably get killed by that boom mine, not good. So I managed to pop it off before we got there. Adjust my last flare so it covers the majority of where the girls are going to be. And I actually let my flare run out. I should have reflared, but I was running out of GBE. And then loose a delay, throw some critter. I had 2 critters, and that was it. So, and even on this boosted ice base, you can see, I mean, one more shot and I'd have had that. So, if just a little bit more GBE, or maybe if I'd have thrown a shock instead of some critters, or a couple of med kits, I probably would have survived that. But basically, boosted base, same thing. It's a fail, but to get the girls to walk that path to get back there to that base, you're not going to fail very often. So, if you have any questions, hit me up. Let me know. Again, Dom from Dragons, and the guys are going to get this in my task force. If you have any questions, let me know.